There is no fame that does not have the love of a mother. There is no wealth greater than a mother in the world. Jai Shri Radhe Krishna, friends. A mother who sacrificed everything, sacrificed her dreams, so that her son could touch the sky. But have you ever thought, when the same son stops recognizing that mother? When in the eyes of the son his mother becomes nothing more than an old woman? This is the story of that unspoken pain, that broken trust, and of that mother who had even given up her eyesight for her son. A story that will force you to think, do we really respect our parents? So get ready for a journey that will shake your soul. Friends, the episode begins from a town called Snehapur, where a respected person named Premnath lived with his wife Kamala Devi. They had every material comfort bestowed by God: money, wealth, respect, house, and social honor. But still, there was one big thing missing in their life: a child. Friends, years passed by. Premnath got his wife treated by the best doctors in the country, took her to the best hospitals. Both of them went to pilgrimage places and prayed, bowed their heads in temples. Then one day, God heard their prayers. After 12 years of marriage, the moment came in their life for which they had been waiting for years. Kamala Devi gave birth to a son. When the child was born in the hospital and the nurse brought him in front of the parents after cleaning him, tears of joy welled up in the eyes of both the husband and wife. They asked excitedly, "How is the child? Is everything all right?" The nurse said with a light smile, "The child is very beautiful, healthy, but what?" Both got nervous. The nurse said, "There is nothing to worry about. There is just one small deficiency in him. He was born without one eye. He cannot see with one eye." Kamala Devi's eyes started to tear up as soon as she heard this. She hugged the little boy to her chest and said, "It doesn't matter. What if my son doesn't have one eye? At least one eye is intact. Whatever he is a piece of my heart. For me, he is the most beautiful child in the world." It is true. For a mother, no matter how her child is dark, fair, beautiful, ugly, she sees him as a close associate of her soul. The mother looked at the child and said, "Look, how cute my son is." Hearing these words of the mother, the eyes of the nurse standing there also became moist. She started thinking, if God had to give him a child, he should have given him both eyes as well. What would that have done to him? Kamala Devi then said, "Whatever he is my son. I just have one wish. If he had both eyes, it would have been even better. His innocent face would have looked even more beautiful with both eyes." Hearing this, the nurse said softly, "If you want, your son can have both eyes." Kamala Devi was shocked. "Madam, how is this possible?" The nurse said, "For this, you or your husband will have to donate one of your eyes. If one of the parents donates his eye to this child, then both his eyes can be cured." When Premnath hears these words of the nurse, he says, "It doesn't matter. Our son has one eye intact. He can see the world even with one eye. Our son is good as he is. I cannot donate my eyes because my house runs on my hard work and labor. When I don't have one eye, how will I be able to support my family? How will I bear the expenses of this child? This is possible only when both my eyes are intact. I am a father, and the responsibility of this family is on my shoulders. Now, as for my son's one eye, all this is God's gift. The person should be happy with the form in which God has sent him. Our son is fine as he is." Friends, the father refused outright, but a mother is a mother after all. She tells the nurse, "Madam, if this is possible, then I want to give one of my eyes to my son. What about me? I have to stay at home, but my son has to live his whole life. I want him to see the world with both eyes. I want to give one of my eyes to my son." When Premnath tells his wife, "This way you will become blind," then the mother smiles and says, "I agree. I may become blind in one eye, but I want to see my son with both eyes. Take one of my eyes and put it on my son. When my son has both eyes, he will look so beautiful. I want to donate one of my eyes." Thus, on the mother's request, the doctor removes one of her eyes and transplants it to her son. Both the eyes of the son are now fine, and the mother becomes blind after donating one eye. Everyone stays in the hospital for a few days. When the mother and son become healthy, they are discharged from the hospital. Premnath comes home with his wife and son. After a few days, they name their son. He is named Deepak. Both husband and wife together start raising their son with love and care. Time passes. Deepak is now 4 years old. Everything is going well. But one day, when Deepak's father Premnath is returning from work, an accident occurs on the way. Premnath dies in that road accident. When Kamala Devi gets the news of her husband's death, she starts crying bitterly. "Oh God, I have a 4-year-old child. There was only one earning member in the house, and he too left me and went away. How will I be able to raise this child now?" Thinking this, she starts crying loudly. Hearing her cry, the people of the neighborhood gather. They try to reason with the help of that helpless mother, console her. Somehow, with the help of the people, Premnath's last rites are performed. Now that mother was completely alone, and in her lap was an innocent 4-year-old child. The savings in the house had already been spent on treatment and temples in the desire to have a child. Whatever little was left after the death of her husband was also spent on the last rites. Kamala Devi had now become completely poor. But friends, a mother never gives up. Kamala Devi started cleaning other people's houses. That mother who had given away her eyes now used to sweep and mop other people's houses, wash utensils, and raise her son Deepak. But she never allowed her son to go through any pain or trouble. That mother, who had shown her son the world by giving away her eyes, now she worked as a maid in other people's houses. Sweeping, mopping, washing utensils, this was her life. But she never allowed her son to lack anything. That mother every day worked hard and brought good toys for her son Deepak. She dressed him in clean and beautiful clothes, cooked his food before herself. She remained with her son every moment like his shadow. Time passed. Deepak was now 5 years old. Friends, one day that mother takes her son by the hand and takes him to a big school. The school was the most famous school of that city, where only the children of rich people studied. That mother politely tells the principal, "Bye, Sahib, I want to get my son admitted in your school." The principal's eyes fall on Deepak's beautiful, innocent face, bright eyes. But when he sees the condition of the mother-torn old clothes, tired face, blind in one eye, he thinks, "The child is fine, but this woman, how will she afford such expensive fees and books?" Then he says to the mother in a restrained voice, "Sister, the fees of our school are a bit high. Children of rich people study here. It would be better if you get your son admitted in a government school." Hearing these words of the master, the mother says with teary eyes, "Acharya ji, don't worry about the fees. I will pay everything on time. This is my only son. I want him to study and become a great doctor. I have lost a lot for him, have suffered a lot. That is why I want him to study in your school." The principal is deeply impressed by the words of the mother. He says, "Okay, sister, if you insist, we will admit your son." In this way, Deepak gets admitted in that big school. Now the mother starts working even harder than before. Earlier, she used to work in 3 houses. Now she started working in 5 houses for her son's education. Sun and shade, summer and winter, in every condition, the mother works and teaches her son. Friends, time passes. Deepak now reaches the 5th class. He is 10 years old. One day during playtime in school, a group of rich children start teasing him. They say laughingly, "Look, look, the one-eyed child of a blind man is here. His mother is blind, she looks like a beggar." These taunts pierce Deepak's ears like arrows. He is filled with anger but remains silent. He starts feeling suffocated inside. School closes. Like every day, his mother, the one-eyed mother, comes to pick him up from school. But today, Deepak's face is angry. As soon as his mother comes near, Deepak says in anger, "Mother, from tomorrow onwards don't come to school, neither to drop me nor to pick me up." The mother asks in surprise, "Son, what happened? Why are you saying this?" Deepak angrily says, "Mother, you don't look good. You are one-eyed. When you come to school, all the children make fun of me. I feel ashamed because of you. People tease me. You should not come to school." The boy complains about everything to his own mother, the mother who had given away her eye. When the mother hears these harsh words from her son's mouth, her heart becomes sad from within. But still she doesn't say anything. She holds back her tears and tolerates her son's words silently. The mother smiles softly and says, "It's okay, son. If you want this, then I will not come to school from tomorrow." Then she asks in a worried tone, "But son, how will you go to school alone?" The son says, "Mother, I have grown up now. Now I am capable enough to go to school alone." The mother listens to him and says in a calm tone, "Okay, son, from today onwards I will not come with you to school. But son, you should go to school carefully. After your father's road accident, I feel scared every day." The son says, "Mother, don't worry. Nothing will happen to me. From now on, I will go alone." From that day onwards, that child started going to school alone. With time, he grew up, and along with that, his expenses also increased. At the same time, the burden of work on the mother also started increasing. Friends, slowly the days passed. That boy excelled in studies, and eventually he completed his schooling. He got the highest marks in the entire school. After this, he went to the city for further studies. Now the mother's responsibilities increased further. Earlier, there was only the expense of books and fees, but now additional money was required for the son's living, food, coaching, and other needs in the city. That poor mother's earnings were now falling short. But that mother did not give up. Where earlier she used to make a living by sweeping and mopping and washing utensils in 5 houses, now she started working in 8 houses. She worked hard all day long from morning to late night, and still did not get tired. She would return to her home when it was 10 o'clock at night, and could send 5,000 rupees a month to her son with great difficulty. That mother had only one dream in her eyes. "My son will become a great doctor one day, and then I will also be able to see some peaceful days." She says, "I will not cry now. I will not get tired now, because one day my son will give me happiness." She kept burning in the sun. Her fair complexion turned dark. Her back started bending, but she never complained. She never let her son feel any lack. Friends, after some time, one day the postman gives a letter to that mother. It is written in the letter, "Mother, now I have become a big doctor in the city. Now you do not need to send money for me." As soon as the mother reads the letter, tears start flowing from her eyes. But these tears are not of sorrow but of happiness. She looks towards the sky and says, "Oh God, you have paid off my hard work. My son has now become a doctor." She distributes sweets in the entire village. She tells everyone proudly, "Look, my son has now become a doctor." Her face lights up. She feels that now her son will come to the village, will take her along, will remove all her tiredness. But friends, the news of the son becoming a doctor is received, but the son has not yet come to the village to meet the mother. The mother starts thinking, "It has been a long time since my son went to the city. Now that he has become a doctor, he will definitely come to the village to meet me. Then I will perform the arti of my son." She hopes every day, "My son must be coming today." Whenever someone's car would pass in front of the house, the mother would run outside the house. She would think, "Maybe my son must have come." Many days passed waiting like this. The mother could not sleep at night. She starts thinking, "Who knows what is the compulsion? Why did my son not come to pick me up? When will he take me with him? Now those days will not come when I will clean utensils in other people's houses, sweep and mop in other people's houses. Now I will sit comfortably and eat my son's earnings. Now my son will have servants, a car and a bungalow. Now my days of sorrow are over." In this way, the mother keeps thinking about different things all day. In this way, a year passes while the mother waits for her son, but the son does not come to her even for a single day in a year. Then one day the mother receives another letter from the son. In that letter it is written, "Mother, I am married, and you know the girl I am married to is from a very rich family. The girl I am married to is the daughter of a very big Dr. Sahab. I have married the daughter of a famous doctor. My wife is very beautiful." When the mother reads what is written in that letter, tears start flowing from her eyes. She feels very sad because the mother was thinking, "Now that my son has become a doctor, good proposals will come for my son. I will get my son married to the girl of my choice." But the mother's dreams are shattered. The mother thinks, "Oh God, what sins did I commit? What mistake did I commit that I am getting such a big punishment? It is every parent's dream to make my son a groom with my own hands, decorate my son with my own hands, and get my son married by giving my blessings. But my son did not even invite me to his wedding, did not even tell me and got married. Did I educate my son and bring him up to this day to see this day? Did I work so hard for this? I cleaned utensils in other people's houses, worked hard to educate him, made him worthy of this. Did I not have even this much right that my son did not even ask me to his wedding? Now, after getting married, he is writing a letter saying, "Mother, I have got married." Thinking about this, the mother kept crying the whole night. Even after all this, the mother kept blessing her son. She falls asleep while crying. Even then, the mother only blesses her son. She says, "It doesn't matter, son. You got married without telling me, but my blessings are with you." Now the mother thinks, my son got married, his wife has also come. Now it is possible that both my son and daughter-in-law come to my house to meet me. I will see my daughter-in-law will massage my feet, I will bless my daughter-in-law. Thinking this, the mother starts waiting for her son and daughter-in-law. In this way, another year passes, while the mother waits for her son and daughter-in-law. But even after a year, neither the son nor the daughter-in-law comes to meet her. Then after a few days, the mother receives a third letter. It is written in the letter, "O mother, now you have become a grandmother. By the grace of God, we have been blessed with a son." When the mother gets this news, her patience fails. Her tolerance breaks. What will happen to a mother whose son becomes a great doctor, gets married, has a son, and the mother does not even know about it? If the mother sacrificed everything to make her son's life better, and has not even seen his face for years, then it is natural for her to be anxious for her son. When the mother becomes very anxious for her son, then a thought comes to her mind. Now I cannot bear it anymore. She gets lost in thoughts for a while. Okay, it doesn't matter. I have a grandson, so it is a very good thing. Now I have become a grandmother. Now I will see my grandson, feed him in my lap, bring a cradle for him. Now my son, my daughter-in-law, and my grandson all will definitely come to me. The mother remains restless day and night with all these thoughts. When 7 months pass by while waiting, and no one comes to meet her, her patience starts breaking. She becomes completely restless, and in that restlessness the mother takes a decision. Whatever happens, I will definitely go to see my grandson. Taking this decision, the mother leaves for the city to meet her son and daughter-in-law. Friends, in the same way asking for the address, she reaches the city where her son lived. After reaching the city, the old mother calls an auto rickshaw and showing her son's letter says, "Son, I have to go to this address." The auto rickshaw driver sees the letter and makes the old mother sit in his auto. After some time, the auto rickshaw driver takes the mother to the bungalow of a big Dr. Sahab and parks the auto in front of the bungalow. He says, "Maji, you have reached the address you had shown me. This is the bungalow in front. Dr. Sahab lives here." The mother pays the auto driver the fare and picks up her bag and moves towards the bungalow. When she sees the bungalow of Dr. Sahab, she becomes happy. She sees, what a beautiful and luxurious bungalow. A shining car is parked in front of the bungalow. Guards are sitting at the door. Seeing this, the mother becomes very happy. What a beautiful house my son lives in. The old mother, who had brought toys for her grandson, a sari for her daughter-in-law, and some sweets in a bag, when she starts entering the bungalow with the bag, the eyes of a guard standing at the gate fall on her. The guard sees an old woman, dark-complexioned, wearing torn clothes, blind in one eye, is entering the bungalow. The guard says in irritation, "Who do you want to meet? Where are you going inside like this?" On hearing the guard, the mother stops immediately and says politely, "My son lives here. My son has a son. I have come to see my grandson." The guard gets angry at the mother and says, "Old woman, have you ever seen your face? Do you know whose bungalow this is? This is the bungalow of a big Dr. Sahab." Then the old mother starts saying, "I know this is the bungalow of the Dr. Sahab, and the Dr. Sahab who is yours is my son." The guard starts saying in irritation, "Hey old woman, you are a woman from the village, right? So your clothes are not right, nor your face? How can the Dr. Sahab be your son?" On hearing this, the other guard standing nearby also reaches them. When he comes to know that this old mother is saying she is the mother of Dr. Sahab, he asks her, "Maji, do you have any proof by which we can find out that you are the mother of our Dr. Sahab?" On hearing the words of the second guard, the mother immediately takes out the letter tied in her palu, which her son had sent to his mother. When the guards open the letter and see the address of the sender, They start apologizing to the mother. "Oh mother, forgive us. We did not know that you are the mother of Dr. Sahab." The mother says, "Okay, it does not matter. I forgive you. Tell me, where are my son and daughter-in-law?" The peon points from a distance and says, "The room that is visible upstairs is your son's room, and he is at home right now." The mother puts her luggage down and says, "I will take the luggage later. First I want to see my son, daughter-in-law, and grandson." The old mother quickly climbs the stairs and goes inside the house. As soon as she comes to the courtyard of the house, she sees that there is a cradle in the courtyard, and her grandson is swinging in that cradle. As soon as the mother sees her grandson, she runs to the cradle, picks him up and takes him in her lap, and starts caressing him. While the mother is caressing her grandson, the child wakes up from his sleep and starts crying loudly. When the daughter-in-law hears the sound of the child crying, she comes out of the kitchen and thinks, "I wonder what has happened to my child. Why is he crying so loudly?" When she comes to the courtyard and sees that her child is in the hands of an old mother who looks like a beggar, she starts screaming, "Listen! Some dark-skinned old mother, who is blind in one eye, has come to steal our child." Hearing the wife's screams, the husband also comes down. As soon as the husband arrives, the daughter-in-law snatches the child from the old mother and hugs him to her chest and says to her husband, "What kind of peons have you kept in the house? Anyone can enter our house. Look, this beggar old mother has come to steal our child." The mother says, "Daughter-in-law, I am not a thief, I am your breath, and the one standing next to you is my son. The one playing in your lap is my grandson. Where will I steal my grandson and take him?" The daughter-in-law, after listening to the mother, says to her husband, "What is this old mother saying? Is this beggar-looking woman really your mother? Were you born in such a poor family? You never told me before that you have a mother." The son, after listening to his wife, says, "This old mother is lying. She is not my mother. My mother is not in this world." Friends, the mother is shocked after hearing these words of her son. She suddenly starts crying and says, "Son, what are you saying? I used to sit at the door of the house every day waiting for you to come, my son. But you never came. When you did not come, I myself came to meet you and my daughter-in-law. I had a great desire to see my grandson. That is why I have come to you. And you are saying that I don't have a mother." So he starts saying, "Don't believe her words. I swear that this old woman is not my mother." Hearing these words of her son, tears come in the eyes of the mother. She starts thinking, the son whom I taught by working hard made him a doctor. The same son is refusing to recognize me in the intoxication of wealth and position. Even after swearing, he is not ready to accept that I am his mother. The same son who was my support of living, for whom I am still alive, for whom I sacrificed my life, he is saying, "This old woman is lying. She is not my mother." I had only one support in this world, and today even that is gone from me. The mother understands. My son has married the daughter of a rich family. He has reached a high position. That is why he is refusing to recognize me. Mother says, "Son, it is all right. I thought you are my son. That is why I came to you. Because I also have a son like you, whom I made a doctor by working hard, who was my support of living. But now I am sure that you cannot be my son. I have made a mistake." Saying this, the mother starts coming down the stairs of the house crying and starts thinking, "I had only one support in my old age, and that too is gone from me today. Now with whose support will I live? I had one hope. That too has been shattered." Mother thinks, what I considered as the happiness of life, what I considered as the basis of my life, what was going to take the boat of life across, is sinking the boat of this old life in the middle of the sea. Thus the mother starts coming down with heavy steps while crying. A feeling arises in her mind. When my son has turned his back on me, then what will I do by living now? Now that the son is no more, what will happen to this life? Thus the mother leaves her son's house and reaches the guard's room outside the bungalow. She calls a guard and says, "Son, I want to write a letter. I need a pen and paper. Can you do this for me?" The guard already knew that this old lady was the doctor's mother, so he immediately brings a pen and paper and asks, "Tell me, mother, what do I want to write?" The mother keeps speaking and the guard keeps writing. When the letter is completely written, the mother says to the guard, "Son, I am very thirsty. Can you bring me some water?" On the mother's request, the god goes to fetch water. Meanwhile, the old mother commits suicide by hanging herself from the fan. When the god returns after a while with water, he is shocked to see the scene in the room. The god sees that the mother is hanging from the noose. Now he immediately goes and informs the doctor. On hearing this news, the husband and wife rush to the room, the doctor in the front and his wife behind. When the son sees his mother in this condition, his world turns upside down. He starts thinking, "I did not know that my mother would feel so bad about my words." He holds his forehead and thinks, "I was refusing to recognize my mother to show false pride to my wife. I had said I do not have a mother. I was afraid that my wife might leave me after knowing my reality. But you made my lie a truth." When the doctor's wife saw the piece of paper in the hands of the hanging mother, she picked it up and started reading it. Her eyes filled up with tears while reading it. It was written in that letter, "Son, my blessings are with you that you progress a lot. My blessings are with you. I am blind in one eye. There is a secret behind it, which I always kept hidden from you. Son, I don't look good. There is a reason behind it, and that reason is you. When you were born, you did not have one eye. I gave you one of my eyes and made you beautiful, gave you a beautiful look, and I became ugly. And you hate that ugly face because I am blind, and secondly, my complexion is dark. This was also not like that. Son, I have worked day and night to bring you to the position you are in today. I never saw how hot or cold it is. To educate you, to bear your expenses, I became dark. I have no regrets about that either. You are beautiful. I am happy about that. I just wanted to see you, feed my grandson in my lap and meet my daughter-in-law. That is why I came to the city. Because you never came to the village to ask about my well-being. But when I came to meet you on my own, you refused to acknowledge me. That is why I felt that I had no one in this world now. You were my whole world, son. I am leaving the city forever and going very far away, and I pray to God that you always remain happy, your children remain happy." When the wife of that son reads this letter to her husband, the face of that son bows down in shame. He starts hating himself that the mother who sacrificed everything to make his life, the same mother did not even ask for a glass of water when she came to meet him at his doorstep today. Thus, both husband and wife apologized to that dead mother for their mistake. But what could be done now? That mother was not there to hear their apology. She had gone very far, from where no one comes back. Now only regret was left in the life of Dr. Sahab. What kind of a world is this? Some people do not have a mother in their life, so they yearn for their mother all their life. And those who have a mother in their life, their children do not appreciate them. Friends, money and wealth can be found again, but mother cannot be found again. A child is the support of the parents, the support of their old age. In such a situation, when the son, intoxicated by his wealth, intoxicated by his position, if a child refuses to recognize his parents in intoxication, or forgets his parents, or insults them in a fit of pride, then such sons cause the greatest sorrow to parents in the world. Parents devote their entire life to build the future of their children, to make them successful. And when the same child, intoxicated with money and position, insults his parents, then they feel very pained. If you have parents, then you should respect them, because parents are the main contributors to a person's success. Friends, some foolish children ask, "Mother, what have you done for us?" Oh, foolish child, whatever has been done, it is the parents who have done it. They made you, educated you, suffered in your upbringing. By forgetting your parents, you are yourself pushing your life into the darkness of despair. The child forgets that there is no one in this world who wishes well for him except his parents. Parents will wish well for you even after death. Where else will you get such well-being? And those who claim to be your own, they wish well for you only for a certain time and for a purpose. But parents wish well for you throughout your life without any selfishness. Friends, a woman loses her beauty in giving birth to a son. But when the same son grows up, when he gets married, the same son loses his parents in the beauty of his wife. Parents sacrifice everything for the happiness of their children, but when the children grow up, become capable of giving something, then what do we give? Only tears, helplessness, sorrow and loneliness. The children who forget their parents just because their old age will reduce your respect among your friends. This is their biggest mistake. Friends, now listen carefully to the 2 things I'm going to tell you. First thing. What things should parents never expect from their children in their youth? First thing is that your children can become your support when you grow old. Do not expect this at all. Therefore, in today's Kali Yuga, keep yourself strong from the beginning. Make yourself capable of taking care of yourself. Keep some savings. Second thing, never have the illusion that your children will not forget you. Falling in love with wife and children, intoxicated with position and prestige, he can forget you too. Therefore, expect only that much from them, which you can bear when they are away, which is very difficult. Friends, every child should have the responsibility of being a support to his parents. Mother is considered to be the support of old age, but we are so lost in the modernity of today's Kali Yuga that we forget our most respected parents in their time of need and make the sacrifices made by them futile. Friends, the debt of the sacrifice of parents cannot be repaid in many births. Therefore, always respect, honor your parents. Because at this stage of life, they need your love and care more than wealth. Dear friends, if this message has touched your heart, please like this video, share it with your friends and family, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Your every like and share gives us energy to bring more inspirational stories. While leaving, you also say, Jai Shri Radhe Krishna.